situation.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So I guess so speaking on this point, how did you prepare for all these interviews? Because you got offers from all these companies. So how were you so good at like giving interviews?
Okay, so myself, I followed a simple strategy. I picked a list of lead code questions and I started doing it. And how I did it actually, I spent some time analyzing the question. I take help of pen and paper, do my own analysis, and
Hmm.
I do not generally follow that I have to wrap a question in single hour only. I just provided it some time for the mind to also absorb the logic. And sometimes if I'm not able to come up with the solution, the best thing you can do is just go to the discuss section of that problem, because in the discuss section there are a lot of people that are posting amazing solutions. And
Yeah.
definitely I do not believe, if you go and check some YouTube videos on that, there are a couple of decent solutions, because not every good coder is a YouTuber, right? So in the discuss
Hmm.
section you will get amazing solutions. So even if I have submitted my solution and it is working fine, I made a habit to check the discuss part
Yeah.
as well, because
Yeah.
that's how you know, right, where is the scope of improvement, how other people are thinking on this solution. So this is the thing for the data structure parts, and you have to do it consistently. Don't think like you have to complete 20 questions in a week or something. Give
Yeah.
yourself a time, because everyone's pace can differ, right? If your mind is not absorbing the logic, then there is no sense of completing the question, watching the videos only. Take time, and also follow a strategical order, right? If you considering that you are a BTech student and you have some already a background in data structures, start with some
Hmm.
easy topics like arrays, right? Go to recursions, then proceed to dynamic programming, trees,
Yeah.
stacks, queues, and at the last try for graph, because not every company is going to ask you graphs. So this was the
Yeah.
pattern that I followed for data structures. And coming to system design round, so I actually spent some time exploring a lot of YouTube channels and all. So there's a very good YouTube channel, and that guy was working in AWS at that time itself. So his channel name is System Design Interviews. So there are, I think, 4 or 5
Okay.
videos, but they are really worthy. If you spend uh, your time in this video, I'll recommend watch them again and again until you grasp all the logic explained. So these are really, really helpful videos. I'll definitely recommend that.
Yeah.
And nowadays there is a very popular book by Alex Zhu on system design. I think it's a
Hmm.
bestseller on Amazon as well. So you can refer that book as well. This is also a good book. But yeah, that YouTube
Yeah.
channel is definitely a go-to.
Yeah. Because well, you also answered my next question. I was gonna ask like if there were any like courses or YouTube channels or books that helped you in that journey. So that's interesting. So I just wanted to ask on the lead code part. So on the lead code, were you doing mostly like the easy problems on lead code, or do you get into like some of the medium or hard ones as well?
Okay, so actually at that time I didn't targeted it like this, but later on when I was writing some LinkedIn post about how much problems I solved on lead code, so I checked my lead
Mm-hmm.
code history. So it boils down to only 108 questions that I did for this clearing all these offers,
Mm-hmm.
and majorly was from medium part. So I think 5 or 6 easy problems, and rest majorly 90% chunk you can say is the medium, and the
Mm-hmm.
remaining ones are hard. So majorly you need to focus on medium section and a little bit of hard. But if you're struggling solving the question, go via easy. This is the correct
Mm-hmm.
order. But at that time, I was not aware of that thing. So I just
Okay. Yeah.
randomly did a lot of question, but a topic wise list. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Well, so coming back to say you answered like how you prepped for the technical part, like the data structures, and then how you also prepped for the system design as well. So following online resources. So what I want to ask is how did you prepare like for the behavioral part? Like just when you're talking with the interviewer, like how did you make sure that you were confident in that situation?
Okay, so behavioral, I'm splitting in two parts. So in Amazon, basically, there are some leadership principles, and leadership principles are nothing but related to your projects. And inside Amazon also, everything will be tied to a leadership principle, say customer obsession, right, or other leadership principles. So in Amazon, every interview round is tied to some skill, let's say a DSA, and some leadership principle. So there are some standard questions based on that. Let's say a customer obsession, right? So you will be asked a couple of questions: how you improve your customer experience, if you get some feedback from your customer, how you worked on that. So basically, they are judging you on top of that, right? So there are a couple of things, and if you check the Amazon Careers website, you'll get a list of leadership principles, and from there you can just prepare accordingly. So this is nothing. If you have done your projects, then everything has to come. The answers has to come from that experience only. And
Okay.
coming to other set of behavioral questions, so not in Amazon and these big companies, but in some companies there are some behavioral questions as well, right? How you'll handle this situation and that situation. So I think um, you should be try to be honest there, and basically they are looking forward for a candidate having a positive attitude, right? So you have to maintain that attitude while working actually in the company or attempting interviews as well. And if you are lacking on that part, so there are a couple of YouTube channels also who help you on building up your behavioral skills as well. You can
Hmm.
definitely check that as well. Yeah. But in Amazon
Okay,
and
yeah.
other companies, I think there are less these type of questions. Mostly you will be judged on your
Most
DSA,
technical.
system design if
Hmm.
you are a senior person, and leadership principle definitely. Yeah.
Okay.